Actually, it's got better each time, and we've used more of the breadth each time. So last time when he came to Birmingham, and we had Mike up there, and we put together both the keynote and the follow-up and the engagement. And the beautiful thing about that was that you get the very clear messages in the keynote, and you get all the excitement and energy, and people love it. And what the follow-up did was it gave everybody some very simple practical frameworks which enabled them to actually use it right then. That evolution and that breadth was very important. And there were emerging standards which were becoming international and even global. And so we've been running this group as 4 autonomous companies, one in the US, one in the UK, one in Spain, one in Australia. They were all focused on their particular markets. They had leadership position in their markets, great companies. But we needed to change, and we needed to transform the business so that we could take those strengths and apply them on a global to a global market as it was becoming. I didn't see that our standards were sufficiently high, and they weren't high in my view. They were not the standards of an industry leader. It was astonishing. I thought it was amazing. The impact is immediate. Everybody is paying attention within seconds. So it certainly hit the spot as far as getting people's attention and interest. But what really struck me and stuck with me, you had done a brilliant job of translating your experiences in the military and the US Navy and the Angels. Plus, you'd managed to synthesize that and apply it successfully in a business environment. And you then distilled that into a very simple set of messages and behaviors and values that really struck home. The key thing that came out from that was that very powerful message, how do the best get better? And you showed how it happened, and that was a key, because it enabled me very, without being particularly challenging, actually, to be able to say, look, we all know we're very good. However, look, we can be better, so let's focus on how we get better. And that was the key thing that came out of that for me. Your engagement way ahead, and your organisation's engagement well in advance of the engagement itself, to really get to understand what our company was, the situation we were in, what we were seeking to achieve, what the strategy was, and that, I think, paid dividends, because the research and the homework you did made it very possible for you and your folks to really target the messages and at what we were trying to achieve and trying to do, and that worked very well. What I was really, really interested to see was that actually there was no problem with that at all. People, sure enough, it's US Navy, it's US Navy Air Force, it's Blue Angels, it's Top Gun and all that, but that's not the substance. The substance of it is the messages, the values, the positivity, the construction. This is how you do it, and people got that really quickly. And what Mike McCabe did a fabulous job of was showing people how they can go and do what you've just shown them you guys did. And not only does he show them how to do that, but he actually gets them doing it immediately and in real time on real life events or real life opportunities, which are not just relevant to them, they're actually what they're dealing with themselves at the time. And so that's really powerful, because you've got people who've been excited and energized by the keynote address, and then you're immediately following it with an opportunity where they are truly starting to use the techniques and the behaviors and the communications to positively and constructively address real life opportunities they've got in their everyday area of responsibility. And it worked really well. It was very powerful. Inspiring belief in people is really crucial. the biggest impact that I've seen, and I've seen it every time following your guys' engagement with my businesses, the single biggest impact is a significant increase in belief of each of the individuals who are there, and that's belief. It's a belief in themselves, and it's an improved belief in the people around them, and that is very valuable. What they believe is that they themselves and that team collectively is capable of doing much more than they thought they could do before.